What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
What is the common denominator of failure? Why are you failing? You never say because of me. Oh, it's the competition. It's the economy. It's the president. It's Congress. If you wake up tomorrow morning and blame your failure on someone or something else, you have no reason to change, do you? But if you woke up in the morning and looked in the mirror and said, I am failing because of me, the decisions that I make, the energy I put in, I'm not passing the blame. If you look in the mirror tomorrow and say that, you will change. Because nobody likes thinking of themselves as a failure.
You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. You're not brave enough. You want to put it on somebody else. The reason why I'm not successful is because of my boss. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I'm not getting up on time. I'm not going to work on time. I'm not putting in 120% when I'm at work. I let me down.
Crying, moaning, complaining, that doesn't do anything.
Don't let me complain about anything ever again. I mean, I don't consider myself a big complainer, but come on. This is just, we have no reason to complain about anything.
And you have to realize, you have to know, you have to accept that all your excuses are lies. You don't have time. You don't have support. You don't know the best way. Or you're too old, or you're too young, and you're too busy. Sure you are.
Why do you keep crying? Why me, God? Why did I get MS? Why did I get cancer? Why did my mama die? Why did I get fired? Do you understand? Listen, you got through that. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it and run to it. Stop telling me what you're going through. The greats go through, they get to it, they go through it. And the harder it is, the better.
Stop focusing on what you don't have. What do you have? What are your assets? Well, I'm not good in math, and I'm not smart, and I'm not this, and I'm not...
And it doesn't stop if you don't make it stop. So recognize the excuses are not valid. They aren't. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. So don't believe the lies, believe the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. So cast out the lies, burn them down, and listen to the truth, and live the truth, and go out and get it done.
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Because you grew up in a household with dysfunction, drama, mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional abuse. Doesn't mean that that's the outcome of what your life, your career is destined to be. Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. There's pretty much nothing that you could say that you went through that I haven't went through, and I'm still here, running around telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity parties and your pity parades. It's time to take to another level. It's game on. It's focus. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of your America. Take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it. Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up.
It doesn't matter. All the excuses that you keep telling yourself, that's what's stopping you. How many of you guys are with me on this? Like, if we could wave a magic wand and literally wash from your brain all the you've been telling yourself. You with me on this? Like, you don't understand, Tom. I'm a woman. I'm not from this country. I'm a different color. I'm a different race. I had a different language. Screw you. Had every reason to say, I can't do it, but someone in the back of her mind just said, screw it. Someone's gonna do it. It might as well be me.
I remember praying one day. I'm out praying 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking to the Creator at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I ain't where I want to be. And I'm like, God, I ain't where I want to be. And he was like, you stop being a victim. I said, what you mean a victim? Well, it ain't my fault my mom got pregnant at 17. It ain't my fault my daddy wasn't there. It ain't my fault they couldn't get along. It ain't my fault. He said, boy, you grown. You ain't 10 no more. The decisions you make right now is up to you. You crying about something that happened to you when you was a kid. You ain't even no kid no more. You a grown man. Take full ownership. The stupid stuff you doing, your parents didn't make you play no video games. And what you crying about? So what, your daddy wasn't there? Your mama ended up getting married. What you crying about? He went to work every day. He never beat you. He never abused you. Your mama did the best she knew how to do. What you crying about? You grew up in a house. What you crying about? You was never sexually assaulted. What you crying about? Did somebody beat your butt because you did something you wasn't supposed to do? What you crying about? Nobody just came home and started whipping you. Man up.
Now, we all basically ourselves in some way. Okay, that's just the reality of it. We all have our excuses, our reasons. We blame things on external sources of why certain things didn't happen. And, you know, sometimes our is so good and believable that other people buy into it, but we also buy into it as well. It's basically an excuse and a reason about why certain things didn't happen. You know, why you weren't able to accomplish or do this. And maybe your story or your BS is I didn't have the time, or I didn't have the money, or there was traffic, or this happened to me because of this person, my boss, my family member, my parents, my brother, my sister, the country, the economy, etc. Right? We have these things, these external things that we blame, and these excuses and reasons that we have. Now what happens is every time that you do that, every time that you blame or you have an excuse or you BS yourself or have a story, you're giving away your power. You're basically giving away your power, and you have no ability to change what your current circumstance is. You have no power to change your life because you're putting it on something outside of yourself that you have no control over. You have no control of the external world in any way, right? You have influence at best, but you have 100% control over yourself, over your own mind, your own thoughts, your own actions, your own behaviors in your life. You have full control over that. You know, you might be influenced by the outside world, but you're ultimately the person that decides everything in your life, right? So you are responsible for everything in your life. Everything that happens to you, you're responsible in some way.
Stop talking. Stop bull. If you really got a problem with your life, you'll change it. You're not tired of being broke. You're not tired of being stuck. You're not tired of all the gun violence and drama and dysfunction around you. You're not tired of being in an abusive relationship. You're not tired, because if you was tired, you would actually do some shit about it. Can't tell me you ain't tried. Anybody who is determined to do something, who wants something to be different, it will eventually be different. I'm tired of all of y'all sitting around. It's the community, it's the environment, it's the white man. Stop bullshit, man. You're gifted, you're talented. God has much bigger plans for you in your life. Everything around you is gonna change as soon as you change the things around you. It's very simple. You can be in the hood, broke and f***ed up, change your mind, and everything about your bank account, your surroundings, your environment, for your kids, the safety of any and everything going on will all change.